Hello, everyone. I now want to talk about the Works Cited page. We talked in recently about collecting sources for our Works Cited page. Now we want to know how to build that Works Cited page. So let's just take a look at this document called the Elements of MLA Citation. In MLA formatting, they address these 10 items in this order. And this is the way that they show up on a Works Cited page in this order. So first it would be the author, then the title, then the container title, contributor, version or edition, and so on until you get to a URL link or a DOI link if you have that. Maybe it's a print piece, so you won't have that at all. So you can see that there are 10 things that you try very hard to get, but sometimes you just can't get them. Let's say I go to a website, maybe the American Cancer Society, and they have an article. I see the title of the article, but I have no idea who wrote it. I just know that it's on the American Cancer Society website. So find these items in this order, and that is how you line them up. And we can see that that's what's happened here. This person did have an author, so they've got their author listed, last name, first name, period. See the punctuation up there after author, period. And then we move on to the title. Here's our title. It also ends in a period. It's in quotation marks. And then we see italicization here because this is a container. So let's just take a minute and talk about what the heck is a container? What is something that's nested in a container? Containers truly are things that hold other things. So we are using the databases. Each one of those databases holds journals, newspapers, YouTube videos. It holds a bunch of stuff. And so it is a container. I mean, you can imagine that an album is a container. It contains songs, and a book contains chapters, a movie or a play contains scenes, a TV series has episodes, newspaper has articles. See, all of these things are considered containers. If it is a container, italicize it. If it is nested inside of a container, it goes in quotation marks, just like this. So that's what we've got going on here. Here's the title of the article. Here is the title of the journal that it came from, and the volume number, the address it was printed, the page numbers that it's on. And then we move on to the title of the database and the URL for it. So you can see that this is how it's listed. Now it's listed this way, not to make you have to go search for a bunch of things, so that if somebody is reading your paper and says, oh my goodness, I love this article that's referenced in this paper, how will I find it? I will go to the Works Cited page and see all the information about it. And now I'm enabled to find that piece of information for myself. So that is what it's for. And we want you to do it correctly. If everybody just put things mamby-pamby, oh, I always put my titles at the very end, I never include an author, then it would be very, a hodgepodge of things, difficult to find. So it's been organized in a specific format. That's what we've got going on here. Okay, so we have this little document here, the Elements of Citation. Bam, I'm going to bring on another document. If you've been with me, I have recently saved an article about giraffes and an article about Elvis Presley, and I just copied them from the databases and just slapped them down here. Okay, so I need to turn this in to my instructor because I want them to see the sources that I'm planning to use. So the first thing I need to do is I need to clear the formatting. These items came with formatting from the previous site that they were on. And because of that formatting, I'm not going to be able to change them up at all. Okay, so here is what I do. All right, I'm going to look at this piece written by Frances Deacon, and I'm going to copy it again, and I'm going to paste it underneath. And this is the one I'm going to be manipulating because I don't want to accidentally lose it. Uh-oh, hang on. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to highlight this and I'm going to clear the formatting. I'm using this little purple crayon right here, this thing that says clear formatting. So I use that. I've cleared the formatting. So now it's in Calibri 11, how Microsoft saves everything. The great thing about it, I can now manipulate it, use it. Bad thing about it is I don't remember what was italicized, what was in quotation marks. Oh dear. So wonderful news. I saved it above so that I can go ahead and make those changes. So I already have the author listed. Et al. Is Latin for and everyone else. Et is and then AL is an abbreviation for alia or something very similar to that. And so because it's an abbreviation, you need that period. Open quotation marks, name of article. Then I arrive here at the container. That's got to be italicized. So let's go ahead and italicize that. All right, and these are the numbers of either, I'm not certain because I'm not familiar with this journal, but this is information I'd need if I was heading into those animal journals. Here's the volume, the number, the date, the page number it's listed on. I found it in the EBSCOhost databases. So I'm going to go ahead and italicize that as well. And now it's perfect, except remember Miss Shirley is, she has an absolute love affair going on with Times New Roman 12. Yes, if it's not in Times New Roman 12, it's not worth its salt. Okay, that's great. Now, one more thing. While I've still got it highlighted, I need a hanging indent, right? So I'm going to go ahead and right click on it, and I'm going to scroll down to paragraph. From paragraph, here's the things I need to check. I need to make sure that it's 0, 0 for left and right indentation, 0, 0 for spacing before and after, double spaced, and in the special, hanging indent. And then I apply that. Check it out. Now it's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. I no longer need this one that's got the formatting from the place where I got it. All right. So two things I can do here. I can either do exactly what I just did with my Elvis Presley article. And mind you, we don't know who the author is for this. We're going to go straight with the title of the article. So this is a good indication of that. Another thing is we've got this accessed date. If a citation tool offers you the access date, I say go ahead and print it. The rule is if you know the date that it was printed, you don't need the access date, but you'll never get in trouble for having it. Just make sure it's in day, month, year, no commas, MLA formatting. Okay, so again, I can highlight it, clear the formatting, and then I can make things italicized and make it Times New Roman 12 with a hanging indent. Or after I've got that first one done, I'm going to copy this guy. Just copy him up. And I'm going to come underneath my first one, and I am going to pick the second pasting tool. And the second pasting tool, wow, hilarious, is not doing what I want it to do. All right, well, it was going to be like phenomenal because it was going to be formatted for me completely, but that didn't happen, not today. Okay, so I have to do it anyway. I've got to highlight. I've got to use my format, clear the formatting, and then while it's all highlighted, I go into it and I change it to Times New Roman and 12. And then I click on paragraph. I make sure I've got 0 zeros all here. Under special, I want a hanging indent, double line spacing. Okay, please apply. It's beautiful. Now I have to go back and italicize what was italicized. The things italicized were Gail. Gail was italicized. And then Gail in context biography was italicized. Okay, because this is the database and that's the container that it came from. All right, awesome. Now I've got to make sure it's just double spaced. There's not supposed to be extra spaces. Remember, at the top of every Works Cited page, centered are the words Works Cited. And I also need to have my running header. Now, if this is the end of my research paper, it will already be there. But if it's not, let's go ahead and do that by clicking Insert, and we say page number, the top of the page. Awesome, please. I'm going to put my last name. It's going to be the best paper in the world about giraffes and Elvis Presley. Highlight it, and I turn it to Times New Roman 12 because my whole document is going to be exactly the same. There's not going to be different fonts all over the place. Okay, this is what Miss Shirley wants to see. She wants to see 5 like this, 3 from the databases at least. All of them can come from the databases, or you can have some from other places. All right, really quickly, I hope I have time to show you this. This person, Student Brown, they turned in a couple YouTube videos. That is awesome. They're welcome to do that because they also got this stuff from the databases, from Gale and Context biography. So you can use YouTube videos, you can use images, you can use graphs, anything that you'd like to use, but you've got to get 3 things from the databases. Okay, so that is all that I have for us on this video. I hope I didn't go too quickly. I'm trying to end the recording so that it doesn't go over 15 minutes, because if it does, I can't upload it to YouTube. Bye.